I'm trying to prop my phone without falling, and it's not looking too good. It's too bad they didn't have a little lip on it. This is right where it needs to be, right there, but that's not working. She's going to the restroom. I'm live, guys, right now, live. Are you serious? Let me just find, how do you, can you send that email?
What?
The email, just what you just read.
Okay.
And hang on, everybody, I'm trying to set this so that I don't have to hold it the whole time. So you guys hang on, okay? I think it'll work perfect right there if it'd stay right there. If it would just stay right there, it might work beautiful. Be careful, Paul. Don't knock it down. Knock it. Welcome, guys, to part one of tonight's Sunday night live broadcast. Okay, going live now. Got to preach. I don't know where my tire is. I got to preach tonight at 6 o'clock here in Lady Lake, Florida, at Freedom Fellowship, and then after the service is over, I'll come back and I'll go back live again tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern to finish the rest of the regular broadcast. Hang on, let me get this article though. So in other words, two-part Sunday Night Live will be tonight. And it is our 10th anniversary. I can't believe it's the 10th anniversary. Where did a decade of love go? Well, it's still going on. Are you serious? Great to see everybody here. I got the wrong glasses on. Boy, I tell you what, I preached today. The Lord blessed me. I want to thank all of you for praying for me so that I was able to preach today. We had a packed house at Freedom Fellowship. Pastor Melvin Whittington, what a wonderful man. His wife Lily, they're great people there at the church. And we had an amazing service. Packed house. Great time in the Lord. But then after lunch, came back here and I slept for about 2 hours in Heidi. I'm just, whew. So I'm back up going, and here we go. Happy, thank you guys so much for the 10th anniversary, for the love that's just all the kind words, the hearts, everybody here. This is an amazing online church. You guys truly are an amazing online church of believers. And let me see if I can get this email that Heidi is sending me right now. I want to read this article. There's a lot going on today, and we'll get all of this covered.
Did you hear about the fireball that exploded over Croatia?
No, a fireball exploded over Croatia. Well, that's another issue. We'll get to that.
2 days ago, 28th.
Wow.
In the daylight.
It still lit things up. Guys, Saudi Arabia cancels the pilgrimage entries to Mecca over fears of the coronavirus. Now, they didn't cancel Mecca. They didn't cancel the Hajj, but they have stopped accepting visas, entry visas for people who want to come here, who want to go to Mecca, because they're afraid that the people will be bringing the coronavirus. So Saudi Arabia cancels the pilgrimage entries to Mecca over fears of coronaviruses. And there's a scripture in the Bible in Jeremiah 25:24, all the kings of Arabia and all the kings of the mixed peoples who live in the desert. It's unbelievable, but this took place Thursday. Saudi Arabia canceled entry visas to the pilgrimage, hoping to arrive at Mecca, Islam's holiest site, over concerns about the coronavirus. The Saudi government also suspended travel permits to Medina, which is the second holy site in Islam. Of course, that's the birthplace of and also where the Prophet Muhammad is buried, there in Medina. But the Saudi Arabia renewed its support for all international measures to limit the spread of this virus and urges its citizens to exercise caution before traveling to other countries experiencing the coronavirus outbreaks, according to the Saudi Foreign Ministry said in a statement announcing the decision. We ask that we're asking God, they said, to spare all humanity from all harm. Now, so it's a big deal, guys. It's just almost impossible to even imagine that Mecca, that for the pilgrimage to Mecca, which is the big deal. I mean, the biggest gathering, the most holiest gathering in the Islamic faith, to cancel that. They're not canceling Mecca, but they're canceling incoming visa entries now for those who want to get there for the Hajj. So we're living in a time now where people are afraid. And I think there's more fear than what should be justified. But then again, if you just take a look at the numbers, I'm going to go right now, look at the numbers. The coronavirus has made so many people afraid, and they're so fearful now. And you know, you can't walk in fear, you must walk in faith. But here is the latest numbers. Let's just see what they are. I think it's up to 87,000. Yes, 87,508 confirmed cases around the world, with the death total now at 2,990 people. Now, these are the official numbers that are being managed by the Johns Hopkins University. And these, of course, it is believed that there is massive amounts of more cases and deaths, but there's no way to prove that. Now, what we do know is, of this total of 87,508, South Korea has exploded on the scene now with cases. That's up to 3,526 cases in South Korea. Also, Italy goes over 1,000 now. They're at 1,128. And yes, the Pope is still sick and he's still canceling appearances. No, it's not official. No, there's no confirmation that the Pope has coronavirus, but he is very ill with similar symptoms. But at the same time, and he's canceling appearances, but at the same time, Italy has exploded, and now the total of cases in Italy is over 1,128. Guys, 2 days ago it was 600. A week ago it was 3. So we don't know what happened to Italy. And then get this, Iran, yesterday Iran's total cases was 249. Today, 978 cases in Iran. And while that's exploding now, so you've got South Korea, Italy and Europe, Iran, the Middle East, all exploding with coronavirus cases. The only good news I can say is that the Diamond Princess, the floating petri dish, the Corona cruise ship, is still at 705 and has not changed. Maybe that's finally going to come to an end there. Japan is climbing to 241. France is up now to 130. Uh-oh, here comes Europe. Germany's at 117. Singapore's at 102. Hong Kong's at 96. Spain is at 76. All of a sudden, Spain come out of nowhere, and we have 76 cases. The United States is sitting at 76, and of course, people are starting to get concerned. The Kuwait is at 45, and Thailand is at 42. Now, that's the top countries, but right now, about 60 countries in the world at least have one case. So this is a serious situation, and we're still watching. I want to thank all of you for your love. It is our 10th anniversary online, and it's been quite amazing. Let me go now where offerings are coming in for our 10th anniversary today. We want to thank all of you who are supporting and giving your very best offerings today. And it started really Friday. Some started coming in Friday. Yesterday there were some coming in, and so we're thankful to all of you. I know that some people are putting their offerings in the mail, and those will be coming in, and we want to thank you in advance for being so faithful. And we do this every year on our anniversary weekend, and it really helps get us over the hump, gets us kind of jump started for the new year and to take care of the needs. And the needs have been extremely higher this year than ever. We're really thankful. People are giving today, and I'm just so thankful to all of you. and we'll get a better feel for how that's coming in today. But I really want to thank Timothy and Rhonda and Ann and Susan and Raymond and Jamie. Thank you, Jamie, so much. And Robert, as well as Dawn. Thank you, and God bless you. And Patricia and Pauline and Martha, and also Donna and James, Elizabeth, I want to thank you, and Scott. I want to also thank Rachel, and also Daniel and Teresa, who have just in the last couple hours, about the last 3 hours, have given, and we're lifting that special offering now, right now, as well as we will tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. But people are giving, and we just want to thank you guys, because I'll tell you something. The faithfulness of this amazing online church, people are being saved, people are being healed, people are being blessed, and God is going to raise up a mighty move now in this 10th year of the gospel online. 36. This is our 36th year of ministry that Heidi and I have been ministering to people the gospel, whether we've been pastoring or evangelizing. It's just been incredible. The many souls that we've seen come to the Lord, whether it be missionary crusades or wherever it's been. But boy, this online church has been amazing. And really, you folks have touched the heart of so many. And I want to thank all our mods and thank everybody. You know, it's just, if you think back to the 10 years ago when we first started, nobody cared. There was nobody on YouTube, no preachers, no ministries. I was the only one that first started out in a really a world that I didn't see how it was even going to work, but we just trusted God. God said, "Do it, go forward." And for the first 6 months, nobody really cared. But then the Lord started to move mightily, and He said, "Take the current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy, and begin to share the good news of Jesus Christ with folks." And we just thank God that we're preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ to win souls into the kingdom. It's just amazing. I want to thank Gene also, and Dennis. I want to thank Rebecca. I want to thank Paul. I want to thank Lynn. They're in Nashville, Tennessee. I want to thank Becky and Nancy. God bless you, and Ray. And from today, and then yesterday, we want to thank Elizabeth. I want to thank Sandra. Also, Carrie. Thank you, Carrie, so much for your faithfulness. And also Michaelin and Rudy. Also another Lynn, God bless you. Also Shelly, thank you so much. And Roy, we've known Roy for a long time out there. Winnie, thank you, Winnie. Thank you, Rebecca. God bless you, Valerie. God bless you, Kelly. Also Estella, we want to thank you for your love gift to yesterday. Also Rosa and Pam, and we want to thank Raymond, also Peter for faithfulness and giving, and Cynthia. We also want to thank Mark for being so faithful, and we just want to thank God for you, and Jacqueline for being faithful in your giving, and also on this 10th anniversary. And Carol, we also want to thank Leora and Gary, Reverend Gary, we love you, brother. And Jose, we thank you, Jose. We thank you, Mark, living out. Now you're in Wyoming. We've met you. I even broadcasted from your home when I did a revival in Washington State. We want to thank Cheryl. We want to thank John. Also Kaki and James. We want to thank Caroline. Also Laurie and Ron and Corey. And thank God for Betty and Elaine and Maria and AP. As a matter of fact, AP went to Israel with us. Also Stephen and Carrick and Susan and Timothy. Also want to thank Christy and Rudy and Shirley and Clinton. Want to thank Clinton for your offering yesterday, and Rebecca and Julie and Lester. Want to thank you, and James. James, thank you so much for your faithfulness in your giving. And also I want to thank Jans, and also want to thank Jamie, okay? And those were offerings that came in and helping out yesterday for this 10th anniversary weekend and today. And so there'll be many more, I believe, is going to give tonight. And I'm hoping that we're able to raise enough money to go over the top. We've got a ways to go on that, but you know, people I believe are waiting for today and tonight. And then some folks are, of course, going to send by mail. But you know what? God is really richly blessing each and every one of you and every one of us. And we're living in that time. I want to thank Robin, who just gave. Thank you, Robin, for just giving a moment ago. Thank you in the name of Jesus. And really, guys, so we got this situation, Heidi. I want to see what they're saying about the Mecca thing I just read. But what else did you just say, Heidi? There was a fireball over Croatia.
I sent it to your email.
Did you? Okay, let me get that right now. I preached a message today. Help is on the way, and God really blessed that. Okay, here it is. First reports of a large fireball explosion over Slovenia and Croatia this morning. February 28th is when it happened, but this loud sonic boom and shock wave reported with severe weather also in Europe. So this was a very strange report because it looked like 3 fireballs falling all at once. Really crazy over Slovenia and Croatia. Loud sonic booms and shock waves reported. Now remember, Mike from the World said this is going to happen. And this one, as it came in, it was right in the middle of a sunny day, but it doesn't matter. This thing lit up the sky. Could you imagine if this would have been at night? I'm looking at the dash cam right now. Incredible event took place. So the heavens are shaking, the fireballs are falling. Everybody hit the thumbs up right now. What's going on? There's only 200 thumbs up out of 800 people. Everybody do it now. Drive those algorithms completely insane. Drive the devil insane. What? But it's amazing what's been going on right now. But I want the church to not be afraid of this coronavirus. Look, this is what we've been telling people, that when these things start to happen, when this starts to happen, there we go, we're over 300. Keep them going. Get up over 500, everybody. Get up over 500 on the like button. But whenever these things start happening, we're going to see more and more prophetic events taking place. More and more. We're going to be seeing events taking place where there's going to be more asteroids, more meteorites. Now we're up over 350 thumbs up. Keep it going, guys. And of course, we're going to see more and more pestilence, plagues, and diseases. More and more earthquakes in diverse places. More and more volcanic eruptions. Major cracks in the earth. And also, besides these straight line winds and all kinds of apocalyptic events that's going to take place, this was all prophesied in the Bible. And for 10 years, we've been talking about these things. Look at the war in Syria. Now Turkey's getting involved. Looks like Russia and Turkey might be going to square off over Idlib in that area because of that oil in that part of Syria. Look, this has been going on. Syria has been a mess since Obama's Arab Spring of 2011. Now, how did I do that before and it stayed up there? And now what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm reconnecting. Are you serious? Wait. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, we're back. We're reconnected. I don't know what I did here. I'm knocking stuff over. I'm sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Anyway, PBT in his finest hours here. PBT in his finest moments. We're here in Lady Lake, Florida. Can we mention the band you ran into down there, Heidi? Yeah, I was taking a nap, and Heidi was downstairs here in the lobby of the hotel, and ran into a rock and roll band by Hotel California. I don't know if they're a band from Florida or they came in from out of town, but rock and roll band called Hotel California. But they know who we are. They ran into Heidi, and the guy said he has a beard like way down to here, and he said to Heidi, he said, "Hey, you're Heidi Begley, right?" And she said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, we're the band Hotel California. They're performing somewhere here in the area. They got a gig tonight." I said, "We can't come to the service because we got a gig tonight, but we love Pastor Paul and Heidi, and we watch you guys on YouTube all the time." So anyway, let me just put a shout out to the band Hotel California. Okay, they're here. Anyway, you know what? God is the people are finding out what's going on in these last days. Okay, people are starting to understand we're living in the end times, and we got to get the gospel message out. We got to get the message out that Jesus Christ is coming, that He's coming soon, and you want to be ready. Right now, folks, we got 418 likes up there, almost 900 people watching live. This is an unscheduled, impromptu live broadcast, and yes, Mecca has almost been canceled. The Hajj that's coming up later this year, if you're trying to apply for a visa to enter Saudi Arabia to go to Mecca, you're being denied. As Saudi Arabia is afraid of the coronavirus, they are blocking, they are turning people away who are trying to get their visa in to fly into Saudi Arabia for Mecca. I mean, are you serious? The coronavirus is attempting to shut down Mecca. What? But they're afraid, and we've just ran the numbers a few minutes ago, and how that there are so many people now that are sick. Let me tell you what's going on. This spectacular fireball over Slovenia and Croatia, sending a loud sonic boom and shockwave. A spectacular fireball meteor exploded over northern Balkans today at 10:34 local time. The event was seen and heard from northern Italy, from Slovenia, from Croatia, and from Austria. There are numerous reports of this loud sonic boom with the accompanying shockwave strong enough to be registered by the seismographs as an earthquake. It is possible some pieces of objects survived the atmospheric entry. So we may have had a deep, deep impact from some of the pieces of the meteor. Observers who saw the explosion were reporting that it looked like a fireball at night. Only it was daytime with a bright flash of light, followed by a loud explosion. For a while, there was a larger yellowish mass in the cloud. Probably a meteor was still burning, and with them only the smoke cloud remaining. Now, some of the observers also reported shaking of windows during the accompanying shockwave. And although some residents initially thought it was an airplane breaking the sound barrier, sonic boom, you would say, or maybe an earthquake, the Croatian Astronomical Union confirmed it was a fireball meteorite, an extremely bright meteor that had come and hit in the earth. The sonic boom registered and 3 minutes after the visual spectacular, the sound lasted for several seconds and was heard across northern Croatia. According to the CAU, the meteor exploded at the height of about 18 miles from the surface of the earth. That is way too close. It's quite possible that some pieces survived the atmospheric entry, but it's still unclear where those might have landed. There are some unofficial reports of pieces of objects were found in the city of Koprivnica, northeast Croatia. So now this was not on the this was not a scheduled meteor that was supposed to hit the earth. You know, when we keep track of all those asteroids, they're incoming asteroids. This was not scheduled, so that's my whole point. There's meteorites. We're going into this debris field. We're going to have more and more of this taking place. According to spaceweather.com, it shocked the residents of Croatia, literally, when the space rock exploded. Windows rattled, the ground shook, the loud noise rumbled across the landscape as over top of the Earth there, only 18 miles in the sky. People personally heard it, ear witnesses heard it, people felt it. It was an incredible event, and nobody knew it was coming. Matter of fact, only 4 fireballs were reported to break through the Earth's atmosphere during that same time. And when I go now to look, I see that we had, today is March 1st, we do have 3 scheduled asteroids that are going to come near Earth objects. One is asteroid 2020 DR3, also asteroid 2017 BM123, and asteroid 2020 DW3. Now, they will not hit the Earth. The closest is 2020 DW3, will come within 5.1 lunar distance of the Earth. If you're anywhere in the vicinity of the villages tonight, you're invited to come to Freedom Fellowship. Service starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be preaching tonight on the kingdom of the beast. The beast is rising out of Revelation 13. I'm going to be preaching about the beast kingdom, the Antichrist, the false prophet, the mark of the beast, the whole 9 yards tonight. You don't want to miss that. If you've always wondered about it, you probably always wish somebody would preach on it. Now, today I preached on Revelation 19. Help is on the way. But tonight, the beast kingdom rising. And so this will be a very powerful message that I think people need to know about and not be afraid to know. Okay, it's important that people understand what is coming up on the earth. And if you don't have your mega tickets, your mega quake tickets, guys, get those in, right, Heidi?
Right. It's time to do it now.
It's time to do it right now. We're almost sold half out. Almost hit the 250 tickets sold. And there's 500 seats. You got 2 months. It's going to be time for the conference. It starts 2 months from today. So you got to hurry, because you know what's going to happen. There's going to be this rush for people to get their tickets. So please, there's already been a couple rushes. And don't miss this conference. 1,000 of you are with us live right now, impromptu. We went live after I woke up from a nap after preaching. I really am tired from that sermon, but that nap is going to help me, Heidi. I'm starting to get energized.
All right.
What? I want to thank Rhonda for giving an offering today. So if you haven't given your offering for the 10th anniversary, give your best you can. Please, it would really be helpful for us to make a difference in these end times. We're truly living in the last days. We will be continuing as people will give. And then, of course, tonight, after church is over, I will come back and live tonight. So Sunday Night Live officially tonight will start at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here, live here in Lady Lake, Florida. All right, so it's not going to be at 7 o'clock. It will be at 10 p.m. Is there any moderators in there that can let people know, or you can just text the moderators, let them know we'll be live at 10. And all of you that are watching right now, there's 1,000 of you. Please return, if you would, at 10 o'clock tonight. Okay, 10 o'clock tonight. We will be live tonight. What's happening in Mecca? They've canceled visas. If you're wanting to, if anybody out there who's trying to go to Mecca for the Hajj, you're not going to get an entry visa to enter the country. They are shutting it down. So I think that the Hajj will go on. I think that the locals will go ahead and still do the Hajj, but they're not. And whoever's already got a visa to go, I think is going to get in the country, maybe, but they're not issuing any visas anymore. They shut it down for fear that people will come to Mecca with the coronavirus. So that is incredible that they're doing that. But as we said just a few minutes ago, Iran's up to now 1,123 cases of coronavirus. Italy is up over 1,000. Iran's at 978 cases. That's exploded in the last week. Italy, a week ago, had 3 cases. Now they have 1,128. The Pope is sick and has canceled all appointments the last 4 days with similar symptoms. We're not saying he's got the coronavirus at all. Nobody's saying that. But he is sick, and he's an elderly man at 83 years old. And he's very ill from whatever he's got. And then you got South Korea. All of a sudden, South Korea is at 3,526 cases. The first American died with the coronavirus yesterday, but we're not as worried about the United States, only 76 cases. We're really concerned about South Korea, Italy, and Iran, and Japan. Japan's at 241, and then France is now, all of a sudden came out of nowhere, 130 cases. Germany, 117. So Europe, Spain, 76. So Germany, France, and Italy, all of a sudden, and Spain, you start to see a pattern developing here that Europe, and then if you're in the Middle East, you got to really be worried about the fact that Iran has 978 cases. And of course, South Korea has over 3,000 cases. So China, of course, continues to, the people that are dying, and it's a horrible scene. Almost 3,000 people officially dead from the coronavirus. But you know, you got to hope that maybe warm weather will come and that the warm weather would kill this virus. But there's no guarantee on that. No guarantee that it will. It should, but there's no guarantee that it will. Because SARS didn't quite die when the heat came. It took quite a while before it died off. So this is a different situation maybe. I don't know. I want to thank all 1,000 of you with us. We are live, and thank you for your offerings on our 10th anniversary. We're going to continue to push forward, reaching people with the gospel of Jesus Christ. We want to build that new app that I think is going to be amazing to touch the lives of so many. But it's cold in Iran, and the cases in Iran are growing, and they need some warm air. They need some heat just like everywhere else. It needs to happen to get us to that level as quickly as possible. So anyway, we're thankful to every one of you. We're thanking for your prayers. We've gotten some great letters that have come in from people that has been touched, haven't we, Heidi, over this last decade of love.
Oh, they're all coming in very nice.
They're coming in very nice, and if you'd like for us to publish them in the book, A Decade of Love, please let us know that. Put right on there, you can publish this so that Heidi can put that together, and it'll be a beautiful thing. I want to thank Gina for her offering this afternoon. Also want to thank Robin again for another offering. Thank you, Robin. Then we want to thank Rhonda for her offering also just in a few moments ago. And if you'd like to give, just go to our website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. You can also text give. Some of you like to text give, and you guys know the number, 765-327-4200. That's 765-327-4200. Text the word give, and then Paul Begley Prophecy Ministries comes on the screen, and you can give. Or you can just write us and put a check or money order in the mail tomorrow morning, and put on there, this is my anniversary offering. God will really, really bless you. But there's a lot happening right now. The talk of the third temple really heating up now. President Trump ending the war with Afghanistan, signing a deal with the Taliban. It's going to finally come to an end. Our 19-year war. My son served in the U.S. Army and Brock, and spent 1 year, a tour of duty there in Afghanistan. He fought in the war for a year in between the year 2010 and 2011. So he was during the surge, the John McCain surge. And that's been, look at that, guys, that's been a decade ago he went there. And it's just good to know this war's come to an end, or coming to an end, and get our troops home. But there's a lot of tension in the Middle East right now, a lot of tension in the Middle East, as Mike Around the World's been sharing that with us. So, Afghanistan might be coming to an end, but Wars and Rumors of Wars is not coming to an end. I can tell you that. It's very disturbing. All right, guys, I love all of you. I've got to head to the church. Service starts at 6 p.m. Eastern at Freedom Fellowship. It's going to be a great time. Man, we had a packed house this morning and had a great worship service. The praise and worship team there was amazing. And we just had a great time in the Lord. And so we're going to go over there and have a great time tonight. I'll be back. We did run into Heidi. I didn't see the guys. I was sleeping this afternoon, but Heidi ran into the rock and roll group that's staying in the same hotel by the name of Hotel California, and they actually knew who Heidi was. And the guy walked up and said, "Hey, you're Heidi Begley, right?" She said, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, we watch you guys all the time on YouTube. We watch your videos." Anyway, the rock and roll band, Hotel California, who's got a gig tonight somewhere in the area. Put a shout out to those guys, to everybody. It was so good to see Ivan, Ivan and his wife and her brother and their children. They came all the way from Montreal, Canada, and they were at church this morning at Freedom Fellowship down here in Lady Lake, Florida. That was amazing. Ivan, some of you may have, Ivan's in the chat room all the time. And so it's so good that he was there, and Patty was there. Quite a few folks from our online church was in the service today here in Lady Lake, Florida. All right, guys, we're going to let you go. I'll be back tonight, Lord willing, 10 p.m. Eastern. 10 p.m. Eastern for Sunday Night Live. Are you serious? Are you serious? I'll see you then. What?